We got Jared an improved microphone. It's good, huh?
Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah.
They're going full bore. Hi, y'all.
How did they get those props so quickly?
That was pretty quick.
Like, how do you find an inflatable microphone on short order? On a Sunday?
How do you usually? Well, yeah. Agree to disagree. As the, I think this is the last time we're going to see everybody that doesn't have an autograph after this. So I want to say thank y'all for the weekend. Rome and I have an interesting history, so I'm always happy when the weekend goes safe and sound and no drama. So thank you guys. So love you.
It's amazing to think that we've been here 8 years. Isn't that insane? That's a big chunk of a lifetime. We met someone who has been watching the show since she was 13.
13?
Yeah.
12 years.
And now she's close to retirement.
She just retired. Retirement party. Is anybody in the audience under 10 years old? Anybody under 15 years old? Anybody under 20 years old? All right. So how old are you guys?
We thought you were all in your late teens, so this is a little baffling.
They look young and you're not.
Yeah. 20 to 25? 25 to 30? This is very scientific demographic collection. 30 to 35?
God damn it.
75 to 90? Yeah, baby!
I'm also, we went to Comic-Con a couple years ago, and we're waiting for this restaurant, we're waiting for our table. I'm like, it'll be ready in a second. And finally, like, okay, come this way. And this guy, who was, I thought he was my age, really handsome, big, built dude, looked like Tomo, is like, dude! I had a broken shoulder at the time, that was so respectful. And he like hits me, and I was like, ah! He's like, I've been watching you since I was like 10 years old. And I was like, fuck, now my shoulder hurts and I feel old. He was like 20, I guess, 21. All right, so before we waste much more time.
Talking about how old we feel.
Yeah.
That's what the theme of this panel is.
This is the difference between 8 years ago and today.
Oh yeah.
Is that today, during lunch, Daddy Padalecki went and napped. Hashtag winning.
Yeah. 8 years ago, he passed out. Radically different.
Worlds of difference. Worlds of difference. How are you?
Hi. Firstly, I've regained my ability to speak, so thank you for the autograph, Jared.
Of course.
All right. So my question is for a friend who tried to ask a question last year but couldn't quite manage it, and it's about.
What happened during the
You don't
attempt?
want to know.
Okay.
You don't want to know. So.
Wait, now we want to know. Wait a second.
You will find out.
That was ominous.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So. Considering how Sam in the early seasons was very. Had a very strong faith in God and angels, and was later.
Hey guys, I'm gonna do an impression. Who am I?
Sorry, dude, you made me laugh. You made me laugh. I couldn't help it.
Honest mistake. Honest mistake.
Shit, why did I do that? And it escalates from there.
The problem is more often than not, when somebody like pranks me or does something, I'm like, yeah, I probably deserve that. Like, at this point, there are very few things somebody could do to me that I don't. My instinct is not like, that's probably karmic. It's gonna be karma. It's cold. It's kind of like refreshing. All right, so Sam, Faith.
Yeah, Sam's faith was strong in the early seasons, but then later it was sort of damaged by the when he actually met the angels. Whereas,
What?
Yeah, no shit. You see this? Angels are
don't let this guy
assholes.
finish his question.
whereas Castiel's character has always been sort of misplaced.
And great.
And great, yes.
Yeah.
He didn't say that. You led him to say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm sorry. I'm just trying to speed it up, but yeah.
And looking for his place in the world.
No.
So, my friend's question was, how have these two characters influenced each other?
I love Misha's older than he was when he started. Sometimes he doesn't know when his influence is just gonna it's just kind of out of the blue.
But it still sort of sprays as far as it always did. Too far. What I love is that half of the audience has no idea what we're talking about. Mercifully. Way to do a callback from last year.
Yeah, but Sam usually.
Sam is definitely not as influential as he used to be.
Sam's getting old. Sam likes naps.
We all do.
We all do. Thank you. Love you. Now.
Now, what happened with your friend? Was that the influence question last time?
Let's just say that she didn't quite manage to say it as it should have probably been presented.
Yes, she should be in prison.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Somebody actually has a T-shirt about influencing all over each other. Yeah. It's gonna be a hit. Hi.
Hi. She's quit filming us and ask a question.
She's finishing up watching the last episode right now. Take your time, by the way. There's nobody waiting.
If you could write an episode of Supernatural, what would happen to it?
I thought about this often. If I could write an episode of Supernatural, it would involve Misha and Jensen and not Sam. And I would go back to Austin and I would take a nap. And I would like wakeboard. So I think it would be a good episode. It would be called like.
Not Sam.
It would be called The Milk Run.
The milk run.
More influential stuff.
I love it. Sam actually just left a note, by the way. He didn't even pop in to tell Cass and Dean that he was leaving the bunker to get milk. It just says, went for milk. And that's all we know about him for the whole episode. Yeah.
And then there's a lot of BDSM. Again, Sam's not in the episode. It's only natural. Supernatural. Misha? My arm is cold.
My episode would be very influential.
What was the original wording? How do you influence on each other?
It's good to be able to reminisce about how funny we used to be.
I think that we actually I think have all gotten to the point where we look at a script and we're looking for two things: something that is really emotionally compelling and moves the story forward, and we feel like I actually have this weird internal barometer, which is, does it kind of give me the chills at the end of the episode when I'm just reading the script? And there are a lot of scripts where you're like, oh, that was great. And then the other thing is, how few days am I in this episode?
That's so true.
It's so sadly true.
Every time I read a scene that like I'm not in,
Yeah.
I get a little bit of joy, a little bit of
This
excitement.
could be me at home.
Like, oh, I could be sleeping. Yeah.
We're hardworking and we are good people, but it doesn't show.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. No, I actually really love Jared's idea for a script. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, it's lovely to have you both here. I was wondering, have you ever thought about, or do you ever think about your exposure in terms of...
Whoa. In terms of influencing?
in terms of being in the public eye when...
Whoa. Who's the
In
public
the
eye?
eye? That's gross. Shame on you.
Just far enough. So exposing us in the public eye.
when you go for roles, or you've done auditions in the past, or any future...
She knows how you got the role. Sorry, go ahead.
And any future projects that you might take on, is that something that can be...
Yeah.
I think this question's for you.
And yeah, is that something that can be preempted, or is that something you take as it comes, or?
You're doing this on purpose. She's being hugged.
And
Yeah, no, typically we like to take it just as it comes.
How do you preempt it? Don't. You're carrying on, yes?
and how...
How long did it take you to write this question? It's brilliant.
And like, how has your decision changed from before doing Supernatural, and now that you both have families?
Oh, we're gonna bring it down.
You kind of killed the mood at the end there.
So Misha,
So can you rephrase that question?
see,
This is just watching two people be stupid, isn't it?
Misha, I've known her for what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about a decade, and you always seem to like to act. He always kind of. I don't know. I mean, you know, he has a life away from set, but he seems, for the most part, to like to take it as it comes.
So Jared has this idea, speaking of which, for a book title,
Yes,
which I thought was really great.
it's genius for you.
If you do say so yourself.
I will, and I do.
So Jared said if you ever write a book,
A memoir, an autobiography.
it should be titled.
It seemed like, so when you see the book,
It's all about font, by the way, on the cover.
It's all about the size of the font. So it's going to say, the book is going to say like, a great idea in big bold letters. And then in small letters, you're going to realize that the title of the book is actually, I think it seemed like a great idea at the time. And that would be Misha's, for me, that's Misha's. I feel like we created it together. I think most of his stories started with like, I think it seemed like a great idea at the time. But anyways, I was in Brazil one time and I went through a walk in the favela and like, everything, I think takes a sharp turn downwards. So that has to be your book title.
Yeah.
If it's not, I mean,
No.
write a book just to have that title.
Yeah, it's a great title. I do start a lot of stories with, so this seemed like a great idea at the time.
Most of his life actually can be described with, I'm pretty sure this seemed like a great idea at the time, and then he goes into the story and it's like a train wreck.
Train wreck.
Yeah.
But anyway, take it as it comes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We managed to not answer that question at all. I didn't hear a question.
I just heard a stream of innuendos. Hi.
My question is, if you could be someone else just for one day, who would it be and what would you do?
I think I'd probably be Donald Trump, and I'd resign. But not before issuing an executive order banishing myself to prison